Hey everyone, this is Steve here with another video on how to solve some logic puzzles. Today we're going to be playing a game called SquareCells. It's another game from Matthew Brown on Steam that I would highly recommend. If you've played Hex Cells before, you know how great his games are. Now, this is going to be a lot different from Hex Cells because it uses some different rule sets and mechanics. But if you've ever played Picross before, or Nonograms, or Griddlers, whatever you want to call it, it's very similar to that. In addition, it's a lot like a Nurikabe puzzle. So if you imagine blending those two puzzles together, that would be SquareCells. So it's a very simple, minimalistic game. And I'm going to go ahead and solve an example puzzle for you guys. I'm going to try to pick a good one here. So how it works is the numbers along the outside of the grid indicate how many cells are going to remain, and you're going to remove the rest. So here, let's look at this 3. In this bottom row, there's going to be 3 cells in a row in this row that are going to remain, and the rest are going to be removed. This 4 says there's going to be 4 cells in a row in this row that's going to remain, and we're going to remove the rest. So again, just like a Picross or Nonogram, if you like those puzzles, you're definitely going to like this one a lot. Now, the added clues here at the top that are in brackets mean that that number doesn't have to be consecutive. So here, the 3 and the 4, those cells have to all be consecutive right next to one another. Here, in this column, there's going to be 4 cells that remain, but they do not have to be next to one another or consecutive. So it's a little bit tougher there. And then lastly, these numbers in the middle indicate that there's going to be 2 cells that remain that are orthogonally adjacent. So not diagonally, but up, down, left, right. And so that's where the Nurikabe puzzle comes in. So if you've played a Nurikabe puzzle, that's how that works. And again, it's just blending of the two. So lots of fun. So where would I start? I would start right away by right-clicking on the 2s, since I know that those automatically are going to be in. Now, if we think about the 4, that's a large number. And the best trick to do is to look at the extremes on either end and see where they overlap. So at the most far left extreme, if you had 4 cells in a row, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to the far right, this extreme would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see these 2 cells are going to be in no matter what. So we can highlight those. Now this 2 interacts with this cell here that's diagonally from it, because you know that then this can't be in, because if this is in, then it connects here, and that would be 3 cells in a row. Well, not in a row, but orthogonally connected to one another. And a group of 3 would not work. That would break the 2 rule. And same thing here. This can't be in, because if this is in, that would be an orthogonally, it would be a group of 4 actually. I said that wrong. So if this was in, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 cells orthogonally connected with one another, which breaks this 2. So we know that those are out. Now that solves this 4, because 4 in a row, it can't go this way to the left. This is already disconnected. So this is out. The 4 must be those. Now this 2 can't connect down here. This can't be part of this 2, because otherwise you'd have 1, 2, 3 cells connected orthogonally. That's not good. So that's out. Now this 2, whenever you have a 2 and it's going to go either up or left, you know that this can't be in then. Because either way, if it goes to the left, it can't go up from there, because that would be 3. If it goes up, it can't then go left, because that would be 3. So either way, this is out. Where to now? So I am thinking, I don't think this 2 can go up, because if this 2 goes up, this cell here would then be part of this 2 clue. And it would have to be then connect, because the 2 would then have to be in this row we're looking. If I were to mark this cell to remain in, then it would have to be connected with a second cell, either to the right or to the left, to satisfy this 2 clue, and that would then break this 2. So that's out. This must be out because there's no second cell connected to it. So that's out. So now this 1, 2 is solvable because we know there's 1 here, a space between, and then 2 there. So 1 space 2 like that. Now this 2 can't come to the left because then that would break, because you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, that would be too big of a group. So that's out, forcing this 2 to go this way. And now this is out because you can't, you know, once you've completed it, all the orthogonally adjacent cells must be out. So again, if you've seen a lot of my other videos, I've done, I think, several on Nurikabe puzzles and maybe 1 or 2 on Picrosses. This is very similar to that. This 5 column is solved because there's only 5 red cells, so all 5 of those are in. This 1 on the top row, we found one of them. We have to isolate it now. So the other one's going to be here. No, that's not necessarily true. Could be this one. Look at this 4 column. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 red. All of those must remain. Now this 2 can't come up, otherwise it would connect here. That solves this 2 column. We're gonna be now, I think, needing this clue down here. So it tells you, the puzzle tells you how many squares are left that must be removed. So here we're gonna be removing 3 cells, right? So we know we're gonna remove either this one or this one to satisfy this 2. Only 1 more can stay. So there's 1 that we're gonna remove there, and we're gonna remove 1 here because we need 3. We have 2, so 1's gonna be left. So if we're removing 1 here and we're removing 1 there, that's 2. We must remove a 3rd one. This is it right here. So that's removed. And now that solves this 3, yeah, right? So we need 3 in a row. It can't be this one because it's disconnected from that. So this is in, that's out. That solves this 3, and that solves that top row. So there you have it. That is a SquareCells puzzle. Lots of fun. I really enjoy it. You can see it gets tougher. The puzzles get bigger. I show you, this is a little bit later in the game, but lots of fun. The numbers get bigger, the grids get bigger, you're removing more cells. Really enjoyable. Is it better than Hex Cells? I don't know. It's very different, right? I mean, it's like comparing a Sudoku to a Picross to a Minesweeper. I think it's personal taste, or a crossword puzzle. Lots of different types of puzzles out there. Whether this is one of your favorite types or not, I don't know. But if you've enjoyed playing Picross or Nonograms in the past, you're definitely going to like this one. Matthew Brown does a very good job of aesthetically making the puzzles very pleasing. It's very minimalistic, ambient music in the background, and they're smart puzzles. Every puzzle can be solved using logic. There's no luck involved, and it gradually gets tougher. He does a very good job of teaching the player techniques, and I think that's my favorite thing about his games, is that they start off very easy, even to a complete beginner who's never played these type of puzzles before. He starts off very easy and gradually makes it more difficult, but does it in such a way that he teaches you mechanics and strategies so that the later puzzles can be solvable. But I would definitely recommend to go in sequential order, because again, if you've not done these type of puzzles, you're not going to be able to solve the later puzzles without first learning the techniques. So if you've enjoyed this, definitely check out some of my puzzle books, because if you like these, I think you're going to like some of the other puzzles that I've done. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and give the video a thumbs up. Thanks everyone, have a good night.